If your internal structure is weak, your business will expose it. Discipleship teaches men to build brands that mirror mastery. The link is in the description below. So you have to understand that your business is a reflection of your self-mastery. The more you understand yourself, the better your business will be. So you should use your business as a feedback loop, right? You should use your business to see what parts of your personal life that you're avoiding, right? Because it will show up in your business. So business is your feedback loop system. Organizational chaos directly mirrors founders' psychology. External inefficiencies reveal internal misalignment. Every revenue fluctuation exposes an unintegrated aspect of self. The system mirrors the operator with brutal honesty. Your enterprise is a diagnostic data on your personal architecture. So if you look at your life and you start to see that you've always been running from a certain sector of your life, could be women, could be self-care, like self-respect and love, could be setting boundaries, could be overgiving, could be avoiding conflict. All of these things, right, can be seen in your personal life. And you understand that you haven't taken the time to actually review and do a self-audit. But you're great in business. But guess what? Your business also is going to reveal to you the fact that you've been ignoring these things and you need to do some introspective work on your life. Your business will start to slip in the things that you've avoided in your personal life, right? So what does boundaries look like? Boundaries that are not being set means that you probably have a lack of self-respect, which then leads into your business. And while, yes, it may be making money because you have good relationships, you have networking position, you have opportunities that financially do well in your business, you are not seen as an authority figure outside of the very skills that you have. So you have to really look at the fact that because I'm not doing these boundary settings in my personal life, that I'm not really setting the boundaries in my business life. So you start to overgive. People like you because they're getting a lot of value at a lower cost. As you can see, that can be a problem within business when you don't know how to set boundaries, you don't know how to charge what you are fully worth or whatever you are giving out as value. So your business can be that feedback loop for you where you have to then take the step back and realize, business is a byproduct of self-mastery. And if you are avoiding any parts of your personal life, and I'm sure you are, because so have I, right? There were times where I didn't know what to charge based upon the service I was giving. I didn't know how valuable my business was compared to the people that we're partnering with. And therefore my boundaries were really lax, right? And I would always take calls, right? I didn't set certain hours where I was off limits because I always felt like, as a businessman, business can be done at any hour. And while that is true, you have to understand that you must respect yourself at a level to give yourself self-care, self-love, self-respect. Setting boundaries is not necessarily a bad thing when it comes to business, no matter who the partnership is with, right? And we all have gone through it as businessmen, and you would be sitting here and knowing that you're telling a lie if you said you didn't have certain things within your personal life that you've been hiding from that are being exposed by your business. So take the time to really use your business as a feedback loop and see what parts of your life you can analyze and do better in. And so refining the operator transforms the operation. Personal order precedes operational excellence. Strategic clarity flows from emotional stillness. System mirrors psychology. Fix the source, not the symptom. Internal discipline creates external order. Your business doesn't fail, you fail, and it reflects that failure. Again, in relationships, right? And a lot of you have this thing when it comes to women. Businessmen tend to do very poorly with women because they're always focusing on their business. But what does that really say about you in your personal life? What does that say about how well you can turn from a businessman to a lover boy or a romantic man? Right? And while, yes, there is going to be times and periods where you actually need a solid moment to focus. But guess what? You will do better with a woman as a masculine man of structure in your business if you have the feminine around. Your life is going to be better, right? How could we say that everybody has masculine and feminine energy, but you're looking to exclude feminine from your life to do better in business? If business is giving you cash flow opportunities in abundance that is all feminine, wouldn't you think you would benefit from understanding how to wield the feminine in your own personal life? Because the business is a byproduct of personal development or self-mastery, wouldn't it make sense to understand how to work in duality with the feminine energy that lies within you, but also externally is from you, which is a woman? Because now you can take those very lessons and understandings of the intricacies of the feminine energy that you are looking to get in the business realm, because business, again, is garnishing you opportunities, abundance, and cash flow, which are all feminine. So it all depends on how well your structure is. And in my purview, right, in my personal understanding of this world and how the energies work, I think you cannot truly, fully accept how well or how deep you can go within your own business unless you fully understand what it is to deal with the feminine nature of another human being that was born in that feminine energy, right? You're a masculine man of structure, and I always say it. How could you say you have a structure, but there's nothing to actually test that structure? Because we could say that structure is amazing when we're all by ourselves. Oh, I know how to deal with all feminine energies because I built the structure, I built the thing. So test it. How about that? Test it. Go around women. See how well you do with the softness that comes upon you. Do you crumble? Because that means in business, you'll crumble when softness is given to you. Abundance, opportunities, and cash flow. Do you hold your structure and allow the chaos to enter, which is feminine? Feminine energy is chaos. Water is chaos. It flows just like the feminine energy. So you can always test the feminine energy against your masculine discipline and structure by being around it. And if you think you can just go into business and garnish all of this feminine energy and your structure is going to hold it, but then you excuse the feminine energy out of your life in your personal life, you'll never know how to gauge how good your structure is. You just know how to make some money. You don't know how to operate in a rounded way as a masculine man around all aspects of the feminine energy. You just know how to get it in cash flow. And therefore, that's why you continue to get disrespected. That's why you continue to go to a penthouse that is empty. That is why you continue to question yourself when you look in the mirror, because you understand that on an energetic level, we all feel the lack in your masculine structure. And just because you have money doesn't mean you can run from yourself. Why run from the thing that you cannot escape, which is you? Take the time to really assess and refine the operator so that you can transform your operation. And so the internal audit framework, 3-phase approach: observe, systemize, and scale. Weekly audit your energy allocation, your attention management, and your strategic alignment. Emotional detachment from outcome metrics. Your enterprise is a reflection of your embodiment. You have to take the time to sit down and actually analyze yourself repeatedly, all the time. Right? If you don't have something where you're writing down what's going on in your personal life so that you can better adjust your business, then you'll never know what's going on. You're just guessing at a certain rate. Right? Because if you be hiding from these things that you know you have to deal with, that are within you, that you know you feel, and you think the rest of the world doesn't see, but we definitely see it. And as a matter of fact, we feel it. I can feel the cowardness energy off of you. Just like how us as successful men can see and feel the brokenness in people when they come around. It's a thing. If wealth is a frequency, an energy that you have to fine-tune yourself into, do you not think that you have to do that same fine-tuning to sustain the wealth in your personal life? Of course you do. Because your personal life is just going to be reflected into your business. So when numbers start to fall, metrics start to drop, opportunities start to dwindle, that means something within your masculine discipline and structure is off. And usually that means it's off in your personal life if your business is tight. Right? And usually if you think your business is tight, but you're running from something in your personal life, your business is not that tight. You have never been able to take the time, or let me not say never, you just haven't taken the time to assess your personal life and see how the silver lining between your personal life and your business are crossing. And therefore you allow yourself to continue to go down into emotional spats, right? Again, emotional detachment from outcome metrics, which means because you are always focused on the metrics, and it's giving you this emotional high. A man that feels high emotions also feels low emotions. And if you feel it at the extremes, you must understand that you are going to feel the opposite at an extreme. So again, this is why I tell you, stay neutral as you continue to go on your journey. Because as you don't feel anything good or bad, that means you're going to continue moving forward regardless of what's being asked of you. And when the metrics like drop. It's not going to be, oh my God, what is going on in my life? No, it's going to be an assessment of what's going on and what is the next step to find the solution. And we do this well as businessmen. We do this very well. We are solution based. Right? Men are usually logical and solution-based, but businessmen have this at an heightened level because we've understood how to make a structure to contain cash flow or abundance into our structure. And so when you take the time to really just be silent, detaching from the emotional outcomes of the metrics that you have within your business, you can now assess yourself at a deeper level, asking, are you leading your business down into the right direction? Are you leading the ship in the right direction? Right? Do your crew, your employees feel that your vision and the way that you're steering the boat is also leading them towards their vision for life? See, as leaders, we have to take the time to understand that the people that we are leading are important as well. Because if they're not there, then who are we leading besides ourselves? And if you're a leader with no one behind you, then it doesn't really add up. Right? So you have to assess who's around you in business, especially in your own business, like your employees, see what their vision is. And this is just a different part within the same structural thing. If you take and understand what their vision is for their life, and then associate what their vision is for their life, and fuel it by the vision of your life, then everyone's happy. Right? But if you always run from it, maybe it's the confrontation, maybe it's the empathetic approach, maybe it's you always want to be in control, so you want to control their vision, you're going to have some unhappy employees, which means work isn't getting done. And why? Because all of that stemmed from you not taking the time to understand your employees at a deeper level, which means that you're running from empathy, or you're trying to control everything at a micromanaging level, which also means that you see fragments in yourself that then you try to control within your business. It goes deep, brother. So what I'm trying to say, at the bare minimum, take the time to be still, away from your business, understand yourself, because self-mastery, again, begets business. So your closing statement, your business isn't your problem. Your lack of systematic thinking is. Consider yourself warned.